Your day starts with the morning list, detailing all the scripts that need to be processed today. Arriving at the office, you prepare to tackle the script assignments listed for the morning. On the monitor, the script list outlines each report requiring editing, with deadlines clearly indicated. This script has a tight deadline, reminding you of the time pressure involved in today's tasks. Having a physical copy of the list helps in reviewing and noting down changes for each script. Marking the paper list allows you to prioritize scripts based on urgency and complexity. The briefing session is where script assignments are discussed and clarified with the editorial team. Each script is assigned to a specific person, ensuring clear responsibility for editing and review. The room is filled with focus as everyone prepares to handle their script duties for the day. This folder holds all the scripts you need to edit, along with specific guidelines for each. Laying out the scripts helps in visually organizing the work and planning the editing sequence. Highlighting deadlines ensures that you manage your time effectively to meet all script completion targets. Extra notes provide additional context or corrections needed for a particular script in your batch. The clock reminds you of the constant time pressure in meeting script deadlines throughout the day. Sorting the scripts by deadline helps in scheduling your editing work from most urgent to least. The phone call confirms the time for a meeting to discuss progress on the assigned scripts. Noting the meeting ensures you allocate time for collaborative review of the scripts with the team. With the briefing over, you return to your desk to begin the actual editing of the scripts. Your workspace is set up with all the necessary tools for a day of script editing and review. Beginning with the first script, you dive into the editing process, making initial notes and corrections. Editing the script involves careful reading and annotation to correct errors and improve clarity for the broadcast presentation. Cross-referencing the script with the digital edit log ensures all changes are accurately recorded and consistent across versions. The edit log tracks every modification made to the scripts, providing a clear audit trail for review and accountability. When a colleague brings a new script draft, you must integrate it into your editing plan and adjust your timeline accordingly. Updating the task list helps in managing multiple scripts and ensuring that all editing work is completed on schedule. The clock constantly reminds you of the deadline pressure, pushing you to maintain a steady pace in your editing tasks. Finishing the first script provides a sense of progress and allows you to focus on the remaining ones efficiently. By checking the broadcast schedule, you prioritize the editing of scripts that have earlier air dates and urgent deadlines. The newsroom is a hub of activity, with everyone engaged in editing, writing, and preparing content for daily broadcasts. The phone notification alerts you to a meeting where your edited scripts will be discussed and reviewed by the team. Preparing notes for the meeting ensures you can effectively communicate your editing progress and any issues encountered so far. Tidying your desk before the meeting helps in having all necessary materials ready and maintaining a professional workspace environment. An organized desk reflects the systematic approach required in the newsroom for efficient editing and smooth workflow management. Heading to the meeting room, you bring all your editing work for collaborative discussion and feedback from the editorial team. During the meeting, you discuss the edits made to the scripts, seeking approval and addressing any concerns raised by others. Receiving feedback allows you to make final adjustments to the scripts, ensuring they meet the required broadcast standards accurately. The feedback sheet provides specific guidance on how to enhance the scripts for better broadcast quality and clarity. You carefully apply the feedback to each script, making necessary edits to ensure they are polished and ready for broadcast. By updating the edit log, you ensure that all changes are documented, providing a complete record for future reference. A final check confirms that all scripts are properly edited and prepared for the upcoming studio check and broadcast routine. You enter the desk edit phase, where each script is carefully reviewed and edited at your desk before the studio check. Starting the editing session, you access the edit log to see which scripts require your attention and corrections today. The edit log provides a clear overview of all scripts, their current editing status, and deadlines for completion. Cross-referencing the paper script with a digital file ensures accuracy and consistency in the edits you are about to make. Handwritten notes in the script help you track specific edits and serve as a reference when updating the digital version. Your desk is organized with all necessary tools, from scripts to writing instruments, facilitating efficient editing work throughout the day. Entering edits into the computer updates the script in real time, ensuring that all changes are captured and saved for review. A deadline reminder on your phone keeps you aware of the time pressure, pushing you to maintain focus and efficiency. The deadline notification serves as a constant reminder to pace your editing work and meet the broadcast schedule requirements. Using a checklist ensures that every script adheres to the required broadcast standards and quality guidelines before proceeding further. Receiving feedback from colleagues helps improve the scripts and ensures they are polished and ready for the next stages. The feedback note is integrated into your editing process, allowing you to address specific points and enhance the script quality. Updating the edit log tracks your progress, showing which scripts are finished and which still need attention during the editing phase. Organizing scripts into folders helps manage multiple files and ensures that each one is readily available for future checks or reviews. Neatly organized folders reflect the systematic approach needed in the newsroom to handle numerous scripts efficiently and accurately. A brief break allows you to recharge and maintain focus, ensuring that your editing work remains precise and effective. With the deadline approaching, you balance speed and accuracy to complete the editing tasks without compromising on quality. The passage of time is evident as you work diligently, editing script after script to meet the daily broadcast deadline. Completing the editing batch, you prepare a summary report to document the changes made and the status of each script. Sending the edited scripts for review marks the end of this editing session, with the routine continuing to the next phase. Upon reviewing the email, you discover detailed feedback from the editor, providing specific notes to enhance the script quality further. The feedback email serves as a guide for making final adjustments, ensuring the scripts meet all editorial standards before proceeding. Printing and annotating the feedback helps you visually track changes and integrate improvements into each script effectively. Updating the edit log records the feedback process, maintaining a clear trail of all revisions made during the editing phase. The edit log on screen reflects the ongoing documentation, essential for tracking progress and ensuring accountability in the routine. Implementing the feedback involves careful editing on the computer, cross-referencing with notes to ensure all points are addressed accurately. A phone call with a colleague provides additional insights which you note down to refine the scripts before finalizing them. The notepad captures important details from the call, helping you incorporate last-minute changes into the editing workflow efficiently. Updating the scripts with call notes ensures that all feedback is integrated, preparing them for the final review and report stage. Creating a summary report documents the editing work, listing all modifications made to the scripts for transparency and future reference. As time passes, you diligently compile the report, capturing the essence of the editing process in a structured document. Reviewing the report against the edit log and scripts verifies that all changes are accurately documented and ready for approval. Printing and organizing the report and scripts into a folder ensures that all materials are neatly arranged for the next steps in the routine. The organized folder with printed materials represents the completion of the editing phase, ready for further checks or sign-off. Checking the broadcast schedule helps you align the edited scripts with upcoming deadlines, ensuring timely submission for broadcast. Signing the report form formally marks the end of the editing tasks, documenting your approval for the work done. The signed form serves as a physical record of completion, essential for logging and tracking in the daily report system. Logging hours in the tracking system accounts for the time invested in editing, maintaining accuracy for daily reports and schedules. Tidying the desk after editing helps reset the workspace, ensuring readiness for the upcoming studio check or other newsroom duties. With the editing complete, you prepare to move on to the studio check, continuing the daily report routine without interruption. The third stage of your daily report routine focuses on the studio check, where you verify all equipment and content for the upcoming broadcast. Upon arriving in the studio, your first task is to inspect the camera equipment to ensure it's correctly positioned and functional. The camera stands ready, a key tool in the broadcast process that requires careful adjustment and testing before use. Checking the camera settings involves fine-tuning focus and angles to match the broadcast requirements and ensure clear visuals. Testing the microphone confirms that audio levels are optimal, preventing any issues during the live broadcast or recording. Adjusting the microphone is a precise task that ensures clear audio capture for the news reports and announcements. Reviewing the script for rehearsal helps you familiarize yourself with the content and identify any last-minute changes needed. Rehearsing the content allows you to practice delivery and timing, ensuring a smooth and professional broadcast presentation. As time passes, repeated rehearsals build confidence and refine your performance for the final broadcast check. Consulting with a colleague provides feedback on the rehearsal, helping to make adjustments for better content delivery. Checking the broadcast schedule ensures that your rehearsal and equipment checks align with the planned timing for the broadcast. The schedule on the monitor serves as a guide, keeping you on track for deadlines and studio operations throughout the day. Conducting a final equipment check with a checklist verifies that all studio components are fully operational and ready for use. Signing the checklist formally documents that all studio checks are complete, marking approval for the broadcast setup. The signed checklist is a physical record of the studio verification process, essential for logging and audit purposes. Tidying the studio after checks maintains a clean and efficient workspace, preparing it for future broadcasts or rehearsals. Logging the studio check details into the system updates the daily report, tracking time and tasks for accountability. The studio, now checked and organized, stands ready for the broadcast, reflecting the completion of this routine phase. A final review of the studio setup confirms that all checks are thorough and nothing has been missed before moving on. With the studio check complete, You are now ready to proceed to the final stage of signing off for the day. By thoroughly rechecking the studio equipment against the checklist, you ensure everything is operational and meet the strict broadcast deadline. The clock's steady advance reminds you of the approaching deadline for completing the studio setup before the broadcast. Logging the equipment status updates the system and tracks your progress against the daily report deadline of 5 p.m. Discussing the broadcast schedule with a colleague ensures alignment and helps manage time constraints to avoid missing the deadline. The schedule on the tablet outlines critical timings that must be adhered to for a smooth broadcast under pressure. Signing the confirmation form documents the studio check completion and satisfies the procedural deadline requirements for approval. Organizing scripts into a folder prepares materials for the next phase and maintains workspace efficiency as the deadline nears. The organized studio reflects the completion of checks and readiness for the impending broadcast deadline in this routine phase. Checking your phone for updates helps you stay informed and responsive to last-minute changes before the broadcast deadline approaches. Final review of the content sheet ensures accuracy and compliance with broadcast standards under the pressure of the deadline. The completed content review sheet serves as proof of thorough verification before the broadcast goes live at the set time. Calling the control room confirms overall readiness and coordinates efforts to meet the broadcast schedule deadline efficiently. Updating your personal log records the studio check timeline and helps manage future deadlines more effectively in daily reports. The time-lapse captures the transition from intensive checks to a prepared state, highlighting the deadline-driven process in the studio. Securing cables ensures a safe environment and prevents issues that could delay the broadcast deadline and disrupt the routine. Comparing notes with the edit log verifies consistency and addresses any discrepancies before the final deadline for content approval. The desk items symbolize the tools and documents used to manage the daily report routine under constant deadline pressure. Handing over the studio ensures continuity and that the next shift is prepared to meet ongoing deadlines without interruption. A final overview confirms that all checks are complete and the studio is deadline ready for the broadcast at 5 p.m. Leaving the studio marks the completion of this stage and the transition to the final end-of-day procedures under time pressure. This final stage involves signing off completed reports and preparing for the next day's routine in the newsroom. Returning to your desk, you start the end-of-day process by reviewing the edit log and preparing to sign off reports. Logging your hours on the form ensures accurate record-keeping for the daily report under the routine deadline pressure. The hour log form captures the time spent on tasks, essential for managing the broadcast schedule and daily routines. Signing the completed report verifies that all checks are done and it's ready for final approval in the newsroom system. Tidying your desk helps reset the workspace for the next day and maintains order in the fast-paced newsroom environment. A tidy desk symbolizes the completion of daily tasks and the preparation for tomorrow's list under the constant clock pressure. Creating a checklist for the next day ensures you are prepared and can start smoothly with the morning list routine. Reviewing the broadcast schedule helps plan ahead and align with the routine deadlines for upcoming newsroom reports. The broadcast schedule outlines the timeline for future reports, guiding the daily routine and ensuring deadlines are met. Handing off signed reports to the coordinator completes the approval chain and ensures continuity continuity in the newsroom workflow. The final check of personal items secures the desk and prevents any disruptions during the off hours in the newsroom. Logging out of systems is a